Hi, welcome to the Store Charlene Relationship. I thank you for being on the show, Mayra Noya. I just want to say thanks for being on the show for relationship. So today, we're going to just talk about, your relationship and stuff like that. So we're just going to start off like what you actually do, for a living. I usually want to just get a feel of, of that. So what do you do?
Okay, I'm an assistant to the top management in a large nonprofit organization in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, that is in the human service field.
Okay. And, you've been married, right? Is that correct?
I have been married almost 25 years,
oh my
close
goodness.
to 25 years.
Wow, so how did you meet?
How did I meet my better half? Well, it's funny because I was in a relationship before, and I had just broken off this other relationship, and I used to work in a bank.
Now, where is this? Let's set this
in Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
Hartford, Connecticut. So he used to work in the same bank as I did. My husband, I'm talking about.
Yeah. And what's your husband's name, by the way?
Ben.
Okay.
Yes.
Ben, nice name.
Yes. So I have heard that he was interested in me, but for some reason I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know anything about it. The only thing I knew was this Cuban guy really wants to meet you.
Oh wow! So like one of your coworkers said something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My supervisor actually. And I just I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not going to pay attention to that. And who is this person? I don't even know what he looks like.
Wow.
So I left it at that. And one time we had a bomb scare to the bank. Somebody called, threatening. And so everybody evacuated the building. And so I see this guy standing there looking at me, and I'm like, put two and two together. This must be the guy. I don't know. Maybe he's stalking me. I don't know who he is. And so he eventually had the courage to, when we went back inside, to write me like an invitation saying, do you want to go out with me? To check one of the choices. And I said, of course. I said, no, I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to go to dinner. I don't want to do any of the things that you're inviting me to do.
Wow.
But how about if we go to the mall? Maybe, I'm thinking in my head, maybe. That would be a good chance that if things don't go according to plan, that I can just go. On my own way.
Right, because like a movie lasts for 2 hours, so you'd be like, I got to sit here for 2 hours, and I really don't want to be here. So the movies are like, like the mall, like you said. Hey, okay, let's go. Let's turn back around. I'm not interested.
Right.
Okay.
And so we went to the mall and grabbed something. We had a really good time. We ran into one of his cousins and his girlfriend, and we had a really good time.
Okay.
Getting to know each other, as much as you can meet somebody for a cup of coffee and just stroll around the mall.
Okay.
But it was nice. I had a good feeling about him, that he was sincere, and
good. The first time, huh?
The very first time, yeah.
Okay.
So
your impression was basically your first impression when you saw him? He
was very funny. He was very short. I thought to myself, he looked from the distance, I thought he was shorter than he really was.
Oh, okay.
But he was a really good guy. He was a really good guy.
And then that was like the first day then when he said, let me ask you back out for another date?
Yes. And so we did. We went to the movies and, grabbed something to eat, and it was nice.
Okay.
But I have to say that before that happened, he offered me a ride home one time, but he just sort of grabbed me by the arm, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, don't grab me. You seem to too insistent.
Yeah.
So
aggressive side.
But I didn't want him to know where I lived.
Right.
So because I didn't know him well.
Right.
So I used to live at the time around the Bushnell Park in Hartford.
Okay.
And so he gave me a ride, and I was very worried that he would find out where I lived.
Wow. So how long did this go on? Like you start, feeling comfortable around him, like, okay.
Yes, but let me tell you what happened before that. I ended up hiding in the bushes and waiting for his car to go around, but he never did. So I said, okay, I guess he really meant well.
Wow.
He's not a stalker.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Hiding in the bushes.
But to address your question, what it took about a month because I knew he was a really nice guy. He introduced me to his family fairly quick.
Okay.
And so I could see that he was a really good son, a good uncle, a good family man.
At the beginning.
Yeah, so I had to really see the family to confirm that.
Okay.
So he went pretty well with his family.
With the family, what you got along with them?
Oh, we got along so well, and they were so happy to see me and accepted me right away.
Oh, that's good. So, he was like in a relationship before that he just got out of as well?
No, he was in a relationship, I think, I don't know, a year and a half before or two, I'm not sure.
But it took time. At least he took some time out.
He took some time,
which is good. He didn't jump right into another relationship.
No, he didn't.
That was excellent. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, do you have kids together?
We had 3 kids who are attending college now, and one who is in high school. So I have a boy and 2 girls.
As well. Okay, that's good. Now, any grandkids?
No. We're not ready for that yet. Not at its due time. It will happen. Right. But right now they're not dating anyone, so that's gonna take some time. Okay. And they have to put themselves through school first.
Yeah, exactly. Like one step at a time. Don't rush. So I think it'll come when it comes and stuff like that.
But I'm looking forward to it though, because I see other, people with my age with kids, and I'm starting to want that because I miss my kids being so young, and I miss those memories. But I want to create new memories with future grandchildren.
Yeah,
so
I think I like that too. I want to have kids and grandkids and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that's part of family. Now, like the love and stuff. Like, what did you actually love about him? Like so much. Like, oh my goodness, I just love, what he does. Like
what I love about him. I would have to say is a sense of humor.
Oh, okay.
Because when
and that's good.
And I really appreciate that because I used to be really, really serious all the time, and so I have learned to let go and just be on my own and have fun because he is a lot of fun. Okay. So he can create a story and go with it and just have a good time. And I always admire that about him. And he's, hard worker and very committed to us, not only to us, but very committed to the family. The family.
Yeah, that's good. So I think humor, it brings a lot to the relationship, and someone to laugh with, someone that's always serious. You're like, oh my goodness, I can't joke with this person because, like they're always serious. It just, you
don't want to be bored.
No, you don't want to be bored. You want that humor and make someone to make you laugh and, stuff like that.
You want that spark, that humor can bring, into people. So
right. So like changes. Let's say hypothetically, if you wanted to change anything in Ben, you said his name is Ben. Yeah. What would you change about Ben?
His stubbornness.
Okay.
Because it's not very easy to change his mind. So I had to really work at it.
Yeah.
But I had to understand also that that's the way he is. But I would say but he at the same time he can be he likes to think the way he thinks. But he's open to what I have to say at the same time. I don't know if
But will
that
he ever
comes
like
across-
change his mind? Can you give us an example of like, you know, like just say hypothetically you wanted to change the walls and he's like, no, like have you gotten your way or so? You know, like sometimes some people just stubborn.
One time, yes, when we were painting my house, I said, well, I want this beautiful color. You know how when you go to the home improvement stores, you have the paint chips and it looks great.
Right.
Well, when I started to paint and I had all the family come over to help me, I started to like change my mind.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And it looked like a Margaritaville, you know, house. Especially with the shade, you know how the sun, as it goes across the room, it changes the color. So
that must be the right color.
I cannot live with this color.
Wow.
I thought to myself, no way, I need to change this. But I didn't want to say that at the moment because everybody had worked so hard.
And it was up on the wall already?
And it was all the walls in my living room.
That is the worst.
So I said, after everybody left, I said, you know, I cannot live with this color anymore.
Oh my goodness.
I know we just painted and we spent the money and everybody came to help, but I really can't do it. So he said, why didn't you say that before when everybody was here?
Exactly.
Let them finish. So I said, I know, you're right.
Yeah. But did you stay with the color?
No. I painted that myself.
It's like I have to
Every
change it.
stroke I did.
Oh, wow. So you just said, so let me just do it. But at least, you know, you got to change, and he wasn't so stubborn, like, no, we're just going to keep it like this, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, he has to live with me.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so like for holidays, what do you basically do? What's your holiday traditions?
My holiday traditions, Christmas is a big thing for me.
Okay.
Because that's the way I grew up, and so I have the family together. We love to have Christmas breakfast.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's something that we started to do when the kids were really, really young. Of course, we do Christmas Eve. We do Christmas everything.
Right, but Christmas breakfast is interesting because I thought you was going to say Christmas dinner. Not everyone does, because, you know, most people do Christmas dinner and it's more of a tradition. But Christmas breakfast, that means, you know, that's early. Everybody has to get up.
Right.
So how does that work?
Well, we do all the work, and we love to do what we call the Christmas crepes, filled with, you know, nice and cheesy, you know, it's just so good.
Who does all the cooking?
We both do.
Oh, that's good.
We both do, because he has a passion for cooking and so do I. So we both give each other's ideas.
That's good.
So we work together well with, you know, in the kitchen. So and to the point that sometimes he wants to kick me out, but I don't let him.
So at least that's good. You both have options to say, okay, I want to, you know, do the cooking, or if you don't want to do it, he can do it.
Right.
But that's good because that gives you time to cook, and sometimes he can cook, which is good.
Yes.
Now, other holidays you celebrate. Valentine's Day, what do you do for Valentine's?
Valentine's Day is a big thing for me too, because what I like the red holidays.
Yeah.
And so, but this is not, Valentine's Day in my house is not about the two of us, because I involve the kids in it too.
Nice.
So I set up the table, put all my decorations, take pictures, do a nice meal.
Okay.
So, you know, a nice dessert. So I involved everybody, and everybody, you know, even, you know, my son, who, you know, he's like a grown-up man.
Yeah. So that's good.
But
so
he enjoys it.
What do you basically do? Like you eat again, or you go out?
No, we cook.
You cook? Okay.
Yeah,
we cook.
We never go out. We never go. Yes, we do a lot of the cooking. We never go out. It's very rare that we go out. I mean, we love to go out and eat.
Right.
You know, eat out. One of the things we enjoy, but for the most part, we cook at home.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I think I love cooking at home too. I think, you know, it's, you know the food, and it's something that you enjoy.
Right.
And you're together as a family. I do.
And of course, you know, you have more flexibility.
Right.
You know, and even if things don't go according to plan, you still have fun with it.
You still have, exactly. I agree with that.
And it gives you the opportunity to try out new recipes that you never attempted before.
Right.
Sometimes successfully, sometimes unsuccessfully.
Exactly. And you don't have to leave a tip.
You have to leave a tip. And and you can have a nice drink if you want, and so it's all good.
Yeah, I think it's good. You know, sometimes going out, it can change the monotony as well. You know, maybe just going out just to be out the house. You know,
Right.
But mostly majority, you know, I like it in the house as well.
Right.
Yeah. So like forgive and forget. Do you do like, you know, I know everyone gets a little small arguments and stuff. You know, you do the forgive and forget thing, and
We do forgive and forget. Well, I have to say, I forgive and forget until something happens next time.
yeah, no, then you like.
And he says that I remember everything.
I know.
Which I do. Which I do.
Yeah.
I said, I forgive. Well, nothing really serious has happened between us at all. But, you know, it's just like, oh, remember, I told you this would happen.
Right.
You know, don't do that again because that annoys me, or, you know, whatever it is. But, you know, for the most part, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know.
Now, romantic moments, you know, what you consider romantic moments that you do?
Romantic moments are not planned for me.
Oh.
I hate to have something planned like that, you know, it has to be spur of the moment.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm not saying, at the same time, I'm not going to contradict myself because I like to plan things.
Right.
But in that particular area, I like the element of surprise.
Oh, that's good.
So it could be, okay, let's go for a trip somewhere, or let's, you know, let's do something that we don't normally, you know, plan for.
Okay. So what are like for like birthdays?
Our birthdays are really simple, and it's because we have complicated lives.
Yeah.
You know, with the kids and all. Because I find that, yes, the kids grow older, but it's just as hard as when they were young.
Right.
You know, different responsibilities.
Different responsibilities. Sometimes you think it's less responsibilities, but it's still a lot of responsibilities.
And you still worry if they go somewhere to somebody's house or see some friend, or, you know, I you know, worry, okay, he's going to be on the road, what's going to happen, or things like that, you know.
Yeah. So like vacations and everything, what do you do? What do you do for vacation? And when was the last vacation you've been on? Have you been on vacation?
Yes. Last year we went to the Cape.
Okay.
We have to have a good time
at the
Cape.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yes. So we like to bring the family. It's nice. It's really nice. We love it there. And for one of my big birthdays before that, we went to Cancun, which was memorable. And this one was different from all the others because we did not have the kids with us.
Wow. You did not have the kids. You
for the first time I always have the kids.
So what made you not have the kids?
Well, it took a lot for him to convince me.
I know.
But he did, and I have to say, I had to give it to him.
But you wasn't calling every minute, like, what are you doing? And, you know, where are you guys?
We have so much time, we didn't know what to do with ourselves.
Wow. But I know you called, you know, and checked in on them periodically.
Yes.
And see how they were doing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, you know, of course, with the phones, I know you call each other, you know, during the day. How would you say, how often do you speak to each other on the phone?
During the day, we used to talk a lot more, not talk or text, you know, little text. Usually involves, you need to do something, you know. But it's not like I'm going, hi, how are you? I'm missing you. No. It's just that he's very busy. I'm busy myself, so you know, it's just.
Don't forget to get the bread.
Exactly, and the relationship. If you're married for that many years, you know, your relationship changes. The dynamics of it, you know, the priorities change. Because I know I'm going to come home, I'm going to see him, and he thinks the same thing about me.
Right.
So, but he's always saying, I'm leaving now, I'm, you know, heading home. So he's pretty good about that. And so, you know, he likes to come home.
Yeah, he likes to come home. And that's good. He has a job where he can come home every day and see the family. Because, you know, sometimes the relationship long distance you don't get to see, your loved
and that's
one.
a hard life,
Yeah, so that's always a good one. And, so since you have the phone, so are you on social media at all? How does that work? And,
well, for me, I had a Facebook account that I never used, or I have used one to the point that I forgot that I had it. So we don't really do postings because we're privacy is a big issue for me, and I know I should be connecting more with people, but I'm very connected to the people by text or by phone. It would be better to be on social media for other things. It's it's a privacy issue for me, but it's not to say that I don't love it. I do.
He's on social media?
He's on social media. He's not really on social media. I manage his account. And I tell him, oh, you got a message here, But it's like, he says, oh, I don't care, But I said, no, you should care. Respond. But he's like that. He's just like an old-fashioned.
Yeah, because I know sometimes now they have the big social media where social media drama comes in when, people text and they be like, okay, who's that on your social media account? Jealousy, anything like that?
Yeah, no, we don't have issues like that, and we're not jealous like that. No.
Yeah, but that's good.
We have a lot of good friends, but we also get to see them. I wouldn't say regularly, because the social media is, you have a lot of contacts.
And he has his own business, right?
Well, he is working. He used to have his own business for like 20 years. He's doing something for a company that it's exactly the same thing that he used to, but he has something on the side as well, as a business. So trying to divert, to different branches of it.
But he basically would use social media for that sense as well.
Interestingly enough, his business is by word of mouth.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people know him in the, housing, contracting, world.
Right.
So.
Now you said you've been married for how many years?
24. It will be 25 years, January 2nd.
Wow, so that's interesting. Now, what do you do? Now, that 25 years is a big year. Now, everybody always renew their vows or do something. Are you anything you have planned for that?
We're thinking about probably do a very small renewal of vows, a family renewal of vows, that we're entertaining this idea. But definitely what we want to do is a trip to Italy.
That would be nice.
Yes.
That would be a beautiful, that would be nice. And that's, you're saying that would be included with the vows, or would be just the trip to Italy?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But probably if
that's
we do
2018, right? So yeah, because you basically got to plan now if it's anything, because everything is planned.
Right.
So
we're hoping that everything falls into place and we can actually take the trip. So, because it's complicated.
Yeah, it's always complicated, when you want to do the trip, and of course you
finding the time and finding, just the kids' time.
And the kids will be coming.
Well, that's another issue of discussion that I want to. He doesn't want to. So
yeah, you always want to. Be like, they can be like 30 and 40, but they're still coming with us. You just can't let them go.
Part of the family, let's have fun. It's just the two of us. Let's get more people involved.
And I know you also have like a dog too.
Yes.
So you have a dog.
Yeah.
So
my dog, however, is on social media.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How's
Suki
that?
Sharpay and Instagram.
Talk about that. How did he?
Well, we used to have a dog that died, I don't know, a while ago. So we waited to have this dog, and this is a rescue dog that my daughter wanted. So, so now she's really the baby of the house now.
Wow. Wow, that's interesting. And he's on social media. That's funny. That's the funny
You can
part.
find me, but you can find the dog on social media.
Wow. So who take the pictures and post it?
Yeah, we take pictures of when we go hiking, when she goes in the pool, when whatever she does. And we have a whole bunch of followers.
Right. Yeah, so that's interesting. You know, your dog is on social media, and not you, but that's good. You must have a lot of likes too, as well. You know, so like basically, if you had something to say for your longevity of your marriage, what would you like say to the audience out there?
Well, for everybody it's different, and personalities are different.
Right.
So it's really I am not the authority to. You know, for anybody to follow what I say.
Okay.
But I would say definitely have a sense of humor, have some flexibility, create memories, because creating memories and traditions are an important part of the relationship.
Okay.
And be really committed.
Okay. Now, I just want to say thank you for being on the show. This is Mayra Noya, and we had a great discussion for her being married for 24 years. If you have any questions or you can just call Charlene. And thank you for being on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene.
Thanks.